Enjoy the show. All right.
Thanks.
Yep.
Something's wrong. Yeah, no kidding. The person next to me won't shut up.
Janet in the movie theater explosion is a really cool sequence.
Janet, we gotta go. Come on.
I was meant to see this movie.
Bye-bye, suckers!
The audience is watching a 3D movie where there's explosions on the screen. The entire movie theater screen blows out.
Go!
Blows people out of their seats. Janet impaled with a big piece of metal. First of all, y'all look awesome. People with nails in their faces.
It provided us with a lot more opportunity, I think, to take people out in ways that I don't think anybody would have anticipated.
The people that really have major damage are probably dead, like you. The other people that just have big burns are screaming.
It's a construction site that explodes, so it's a lot of shrapnel, a lot of pieces of metal and nail and pipes and wood and splinters, and it's just gonna blast through the screen and wipe out all the people.
Guys, I can't say it again. You're not smiling. You're in pain. Got the crap kicked out of you. Here we go.
2 cameras, A-Mark.
Action.
Haley gets hit like with a bunch of nails, and there'll be blood dripping.
The important thing, though, is because of the stability of this, you help hold this
Okay.
in when you're still doing that.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, cool. Shooting these death scenes, I'm not really scared of much anymore. So seeing like the ultimate, you know, having the feeling of like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, but then seeing me actually dead is pretty cool.
Rolling, slack, Mike. We flew all these stunt guys through the air. 3, 2, 1, go!
You have a system hooked up to your back on a harness that runs through like a pulley system, and then you can pull somebody really easily. So it looks like the force of an explosion is taking it away. For the explosion itself, we shot all the foreground green screens at the theater. We then went back and set the cameras in the same position and blew the facades up.
There's a possibility that the top of the screen is going to catch fire.
We brought the sprinkler company in here that has all these heads. He's got to shut off if the system's drained. If there's a problem, he will open the valve and turn on the sprinkler system.
Mark.
That combination is what really gives the impact to the shots.
It was amazing, amazing experience. We all wonder like, what is it gonna be like when I die? Well, I'll be able to see it.
On your way to the exit. Move to the exit. Remain calm. Everything's gonna be okay.
The opening sequences for any Final Destination is the whole setup for the movie.
Is it safe to sit here?
Of course, there's a fence there.
We're fine.
If somebody has a premonition, really bad things happen, a lot of people get killed. For Final Destination 4, it was the racetrack. A big, horrific crash where over 100 people are killed.
With the car crash, we were able to come up with a variety of ways to take people out.
For me, you get to see me fall over and bust my mouth open and then get an engine that falls and crushes my body, and I think my innards explode out into the audience. It's gonna be great.
Now, what do I do about the screaming, though? So I don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I don't have to scream on this one.
Scream like, oh my God, I broke my teeth, and then you look up.
Basically, it would be like that?
Yes.
Okay.
That one is definitely the complicated one. First thing that happens to her is she trips over her high heels and smashes her face, busts open her lip and cracks a couple of teeth. So we had her come in and we cast her face and her teeth so that we could make dentures that fit her that look like broken teeth.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's so gross.
They're the most gnarly things you've ever seen.
She rolls over and then sees this motor coming at her, this 300-degree motor, and it hits her.
This 40-pound engine is brought in with force on wires by the special effects guys.
Check the height. Is the angle okay? The height?
close. It needs to go up about a foot higher.
A little bit higher.
What we did is we created a full dummy that has a crushable body, literally from the chest to the knees. And it's basically hollow silicone, fill it with blood and guts.
Be very careful of the armature wire sticking through.
When you hit it, it'll just go like that. We just go with the silicone dummy, hit it as an element.
All right, copy that. Dropping straight down. Okay, guys. We're ready. Let's do it.
Good.
3, 2, 1, go! Hi.
Then you use part of the real actress.
Yeah, that's better.
Hey, Mark.
The rest of her will be our crushed dummy. I mean, they're all sort of complicated gags.
I think it needs to be higher because you're going to catch you.
That, in the final product, really gets the crowd cheering.
It's scary, it's gory, it's great.
Cowboy's death against the pillar is really cool. That we did by getting the actor in place, the traditional old way of just he runs and looks and reacts.
And then we did a full standing dummy of him. It's silicone and foam. You see how soft and spongy this is. It's just foam with the spandex put over it. But the head and hands are silicone backed with foam, which we're actually going to put in front of the post.
Carrie, he's sagging on his back. Look at him.
We had monofilament on the dummy so it moved.
Go ahead. Hey, arm going the wrong way. How you doing?
Carrie here has made a plate, a pressure plate, that will go in and compress when the car hits it, and he'll be full of blood bags.
Let's just fill it.
Backs. I'm gonna pull this extinguisher back.
We'll put a couple of nails or something here so that when it does get hit by the car, it just bursts the bags and they'll come shooting out here and out here. So you'll get a big array of like blood that comes out that way when the car comes in and hits it.
We had a car on a big green rail, a real race car.
Our special effects coordinator has created a ramp, almost like a train trestle, that we'll remove. This train trestle supports a tilted version of the car that is flying the last 30 feet, picking up speed and slamming into and destroying this dummy, as well as the column.
Here we go. Stand by, please. Pictures up.
2 cameras. Hey, Mark.
Using as many real elements as you can.
You notice his intestines spilled out on the ground.
Anytime you do that, it's totally cool.
I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, it is a little unnerving. I hope I don't have to get in that position now.
The racist death is kind of cool. He goes over to make a statement at George, our security guard's house. And it ends up backfiring on him. He gets drugged down the street by his own tow truck.
Everybody's got their extinguishers. Casey, you good? Yes, sir.
We did it for real.
They're rigging me up with the faux hook, the real chain. You feel any like uncomfortable pressure on your ankle at all? No. Good? Yeah, pretty good.
Light me up!
We actually did a little partial burn on the actor.
Good, Justin? Yeah. Okay, here we go, guys.
Please, I'm on fire! It's burning!
And then one of my stunt guys, Steve Davison, we fully engulfed and sent him down the street on fire. Steve, I'm going to count down from 12 once you're lit. One will put you out, okay?
We did a fire mask for the stunt guy to wear.
Okay, guys, let's roll cameras. Start the truck.
We're lighting it.
Sound speed?
It's the only mark.
Action, Case, action.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God!
Go get it.
Get a lot of fire around his face.
You all right, Steve?
Yeah, buddy. Let's hear it.
Good job.
Good job, There's a lot of fire on him. You can't tell it's him or the dummy that we used.
When the truck blows up, it's not really safe to have an actor tethered to it. We just did a fully articulated dummy
His feet have been wired, right? Okay. So they'll separate a little bit.
that we just lit on fire.
All right, here we go. Action on the truck.
It dragged him for about 20 feet and then the truck exploded.
2.5 gallons. Got some highly flammable. The truck's loaded. Shotgun mortar hits the door, blows the door open.
How big is the explosion going to be, you think?
We're hoping to get about a 20-foot fireball out of the top. There's going to be a big wall of fire.
That's really a great scene.
Cut, put the fire out. All right, here we go. Stand by. We're going to take the escalator to 1.
Maybe it's more like here than like
where it cracks.
Light will be lighting the fire. Here we go, guys. Start the escalator. Here we go.
Lori in the escalator is my favorite death of the movie.
Many people are maimed and hurt by escalators every year, so it isn't such a stretch.
It plays off of a fear that everybody has.
I'm over my shoulder and I'm like, oh my God.
I'm gonna pull as hard as I can.
Chantel and Bobby, who play Nick and Lori, are on an escalator. There's been explosions, and all the gears that run the escalator are exposed. And she's hanging off the edge with her feet right next to the gears, and he's trying to pull her up, but he can't, and she gets chewed up in the gears. And it's gross.
When you get put in the actual situation, there's so much like raw adrenaline that comes to you that you don't expect at all.
I'm like shaking on the streets, like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm fine, I promise. I'm like, let's just shoot it. And you like black out while you're doing it, and you get done, you're like, okay, I have my fingers, I'm good.
Lots of energy and action.
She let me tug on her as hard as I wanted to. It's just fun to be a part of. It was, you can see it happening in a sense, you know, you really have that make-believe. That's what's great about these movies, is you're pretending to die. Feel that heat on that.
Does it look good? Like the fear of it and the adrenaline rush and like knowing what was going on in the scene and knowing like the impending danger that was going on, it feels so incredibly real.
On a rehearsal, here we go.
We're able to actually have shots where we've laid green screen down, and into that we are compositing gears that look like they could do some real damage. And then when we go in for tight close-ups, K&B has created legs for Lori that can be crushed.
We made some really, really, really soft legs out of silicone and foam. If you actually run it through a real set of gears, it's gonna tear apart. And we'll pack these legs full of blood and then just feed it to the machine.
Let's start the gears.
It gets pretty gruesome when you start to feed legs into what amounts to a human-sized meat grinder.
That was awesome. That was great.
Nick Zano, his character, dies at the bottom of a swimming pool, and man, it was hard to watch that.
The underwater stuff in the pool with Hunt is really, really cool. He gets stuck to the pool drain.
And is disemboweled.
When I read it, I was thinking like, oh, it's underwater death. Can't be that bad.
What are we doing now? I'm gonna do a shot of you dying. Just your face. Right on your face and your chest.
But then when we started rehearsing it and doing water training, I realized it's gonna be heavy. It's 3 days underwater.
Alright, so you guys leave it over to 10.
There's a factor of like being scared, being tied at the bottom of a 15-foot pool. You know, you have control over it because the stunt guys are there. But there's a moment where they pull you down and you're sitting there and you're breathing through the mouthpiece that you're like, I can't get up. And then your heart starts beating a little faster. It's a quiet, lonely place at the bottom of that pool.
Hunt's death in the pool, especially in 3D, is spectacular. But you really get a sense of what it must feel like to drown.
You gotta get in that headspace of death. Like, I'm dying, but then I'm underwater and I'm tied to the bottom of the pool, and then you start losing your cool. It becomes very real, very fast.
Hunt at the pool, for us, it was pretty easy. They just wanted us to supply basically like a blood and guts package that we could say, here you go. Here's a box of intestines.
Here we go, stand by.
It was a big deal that they're shooting in a public pool. So it was like, everything has to be completely water safe. So we did silicone intestines and painted them with silicone paint so nothing was gonna leach out, nothing was gonna come out into the water. All the blood was gonna be done digitally. It'll be a digital blood cloud along with our intestines shooting through the pool filters.
This guy's dying with people just a few feet away, oblivious to the fact that he's in trouble, and he's right there. Where you just go, ah! That to me is like the final destination moment.
Let's say you hit and your arms are up.
Johnny.
Just kind of put a little pressure on right
Out at the table, I got some people sitting out there at the table.
I'm around dangerous equipment every day. If I was meant to die, it would have happened by now.
The gearhead's death takes place at the auto mechanic shop. There's a variety of things that happen inside the shop, but the joke is that the death itself happens outside the shop.
Who's the fucking moron?
That's one of the things that is important to this franchise is the feints and misdirects. That where you think death's gonna get you, well, he's gonna come at you another way.
Gearhead is hit with a flying CO2 can.
Don't try this at home. 3, 2, 1, go!
Which pierces my chest and throws me into a fence, which chops up the back, and my back oozes through the fence.
That's kind of gross.
Made me want to throw up a little.
We executed that by using a dummy.
Just kind of lean in just a little bit.
And combining that with Andy, so you actually have the actor there.
We'll see a tank impact you in CGI and start you.
Right.
Once that starts you, then we're using this real tank.
We start the scene with the CO2 can. I was on a cable. I was padded.
Ready and action. Go.
We did a body cast. I actually put the body cast on like a suit.
Basically a false front of his body caved in with some fake legs. So we put him through a hole in the fence and then attached this to him.
The whole, this needs to be wider here for his shoulders.
So he could react and stick his hands in his own intestines and be like, oh.
That's cool. Maybe dying.
His entire midsection has been pushed through the fence.
I immediately will cut to the back of the guts coming out. Back to the front of you here.
We built a back of him on a sliding track that had arms and a head attached to it. And the back was pre-cut all the way through so we can get the meat of the back that far out of the fence. We plumbed it with a bunch of blood tubes. It's going to have digital augmentation as well. We even took the time, because he has a lot of tattoos, we took the time to add a little tattoo color in there. When they said go, we just rammed the thing into it and then fired off the blood.
Action! Got it! That looks like watermelon. Right.
It was really neat to see.
Nice. Outstanding.
Things look so real that like it's almost fascinating more than it is scary whenever you see it.
Got it.
Come here hoping to see a crash?
Of course it's to see a crash.
You're sick, Hunt.
Come on!
Everything's gonna be okay.
Well, I guess it's not my turn to die. Y'all take care.
We've been given a second chance. So what are you guys gonna do with it?
I have a few plans for us. Lots of traveling, like Paris, maybe some beaches, Saint-Tropez.
How about you, George? What are you gonna do?
Well, you know, I've been thinking a lot about what people are gonna say about me when I'm gone. See, this is what I believe. We're only given one moment to define who we are and how we're gonna be remembered. You know what I mean? See, the moment that I decided to get in the car drunk with my wife and daughter, that was the defining moment in my life. Did my time in prison, paid my debt to society, but my wife and my daughter are never coming home because of me. I have to live with that for the rest of my life as my defining moment. But you've been given a second chance. Something reached down from above and kept you alive for a higher purpose, right? Now you have to figure out why you were given this chance. And when you do, make the right decision to define you. Got it?
These are kind of nice. Ow, your boyfriend's here.
Nick? Nick, what are you doing here?
Maybe you have to get out of here, okay?
What are you talking about?
That happened again. There's gonna be an explosion. You're both are gonna die.
No, Nick, I thought this was done.
I can fix it, okay?
Nick, stop! What are you talking about?
These visions, they're not just clues to how people are gonna die. They're clues on how I can save them. Look, this is how I want to be defined. I love you. Now get out of here.
No, Nick! Nick!
Come in, I would have seen everything of this explosion behind me. All of this stuff was going on, and the next thing I knew, check back.
hey. Do you think he would want to see you like this? He could have saved just us, but he didn't. He saved everybody. He's a hero. We beat death. The chain is broken.
Welcome to Action 7 News. Here is the latest from yesterday's tragic accident at McKinley Speedway. Authorities have raised the number of fatalities to 63 as of this morning.
Last night's vigil at McKinley Speedway looks to be repeated again as this community rallies in support of the families who lost loved ones. They
I think we should go.
dozens looking for answers but finding only questions. How could
It's the right thing to do.
Where were all the safety precautions at the track? And could it happen again? But now as investigators begin the search...
You know, after yesterday, I can't help but feeling like a walking rabbit's foot.
Yeah, we're really lucky.
It just got me thinking that maybe I've been playing things too safe.
Possibly.
What do you say if we just forget all these new jobs and let's just go backpack to Europe like we talked about?
Please don't joke around about this.
Look, I'm not kidding, okay?
You're being serious?
You only live once, right? Right?
Right.
And forgive me, but I think the world can wait for another strip mall.
Or another low-level broker.
Yeah. Are you in?
I'm in, 100%.
Nice. Hot!
So wait. Saving Janet must have destroyed the list then.
Okay. Let's just give it one more final test.
What are you doing?
George, stop!
I'll be fine.